Hello everyone, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to compare two mid-range phones, the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser with the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime. So Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime is also called as Samsung Galaxy On Next, almost similar specification, just the naming difference, On Next and J7 Prime. So we'll be comparing these two phones and seeing which is the better device out there. So price wise both are almost similar. The Asus Zenfone 3 Laser is priced 18,999 in India, while the J7 Prime is priced 18,750. So there is no major difference in terms of the pricing, but they do differ in various other aspects. So in this comparison we'll decide which is the better value for money device. So without any further delay, let's get started. First up, let's see the design and build quality. So both these phones are made of metallic construction with a unibody design. You can see they have non-removable rear panels, and both are finished in gold variants, and they do look quite decent. Neither of them are great looking devices, but they do offer some decent build quality, and design also looks quite good. But having said that, the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser is much more lightweight than the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime, which feels heavy to use. Now in the design aspect, we have a physical home button for the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime, but it is a capacitive touch buttons for the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. The physical button is also integrated with a fingerprint scanner. So that was the design and build quality. We would say both are equally good. There's no major difference in terms of design and build quality, so there's no clear winner in this aspect. Now let's move on to the display. Here we have a 5.5 inch screen size, and both are full HD 1080p displays, and there is a difference here. One is an IPS LCD panel, the other one is a TFT panel. So the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser sports an IPS LCD panel which is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass, while on the other hand it's a 2.5D curved glass on the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime, but it's a TFT panel. Having said that, the color quality is better on this Asus Zenfone 3 Laser with much better color depth, and looks great as well. Both are protected by Corning Gorilla Glass, and the touch response also feels quite good on both these phones. So for the display, we would say it's Asus Zenfone 3 Laser which has an edge here. So now let's move on to the software and the performance. Now both the phones run Android 6.0 Marshmallow out of the box. They have custom UIs. So first let's analyze the custom UI of the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. So this runs on Zen UI 3.0. That's the latest version of the Zen UI, and we have a lot of added features included. You can see there is support for themes. It does support an app drawer, and there are lots of added options also included for the app drawer. And if you see, there is a lot of customization options included in the form of wallpapers, Zen UI themes, lock apps, then icon packs are included. So it's a custom UI, and does pack a lot of added features, but the problem is the bloatware it ships. It's a heavy UI, and a lot of bloatwares are included, which is not really that great. You can see a lot of unwanted apps are included. Some of these are not uninstallable. So those are some of the issues with the Zen UI, and you can see that it has a custom notification center. But having said that, it's a pretty smooth UI, no major lags or issues, although it's a pretty heavy UI with a lot of bloatwares included. There's no major issues in terms of the performance. It does perform quite well, and the new UI, the Asus Zen UI, works quite well. Now talking about the software of the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime, it has a TouchWiz UI. So it's one of the tried and tested UIs, and this is the latest version. You can see it does pack only the basic apps, no major bloatwares included. Some apps from Samsung are included like S Health, then there is Secure Folder, then File Manager is included. So Secure Folder is a new app which provides you with the option to lock and hide apps. There is Secure Folder, Secure Wi-Fi. So these are some of the useful options included. And apart from that, this also comes with a customized notification center. If you go to the settings, you do get some added features like theme support. There is Smart Manager, some added features like EC mode are included. So these are some of the useful options. It feels much more polished than the Zen UI, which feels a bit more heavy, and bloatwares are included in the Zen UI, but that's not the case with the Samsung TouchWiz UI. So in terms of the UI, we would say the Samsung TouchWiz UI is our choice. Now talking about the performance, both these phones run on a mid-range processor. The Asus Zenfone 3 Laser is powered by the Snapdragon 430 octa-core chipset, which is coupled with 4GB RAM and 32GB internal storage. While on the other hand, the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime packs the Samsung's Exynos 7870 octa-core chipset, which is coupled with 3GB RAM and 16GB internal storage. Now talking about the performance, neither of these chipsets are really powerful for this price point which is being offered. But having said that, both these chipsets perform pretty well, and there's no major lags or issues in terms of the daily experience. So both are quite performing chipset. But when it comes to gaming experience, that's where the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser has an edge. The Zenfone 3 Laser has pretty good gaming experience, although there is some frame skips here and there, but the gaming experience overall is quite good. But on the other hand, the gaming experience of the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime is not the best. It was laggy when we tested, and not the best performance in terms of the gaming experience. So if you're looking for gaming performance, you would choose the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. But in day-to-day performance, both are quite good and performs decently. Apart from that, the Zenfone 3 Laser has 4GB RAM and 32GB storage, so there is an added storage available, while the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime has 16GB storage, while the ON Next has 32GB storage. So if you're looking for ON Next, then you have 32GB storage, but if you're picking the J7 Prime, there is only 16GB storage. Now both these phones have dual SIM cards, micro SD card expansion slot, and VoLTE support. Now Samsung has a dedicated micro SD card, while the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser has a hybrid SIM card. So that was the software and performance. So in terms of software experience, we would give it to the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime or the Samsung Galaxy ON Next, while in terms of the performance, we would say this Asus Zenfone 3 Laser is the better choice. Now let's move on to the camera. Now both these phones pack a 13 megapixel rear camera. We have a laser autofocus on the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. Along with that, we have dual tone dual LED flash, while it's a 13 megapixel camera and single LED flash on the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime or the ON Next. Now in the front facing camera, both are equipped with an 8 megapixel shooter, so again they're quite decent. Now talking about the modes and the options available, you can see that both these phones offer a lot of modes, but Asus Zenfone 3 Laser offers additional modes and which are not available on the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime. But having said that, both are equally good in terms of the interface and does offer a lot of additional features. Now talking about the camera performance of these two phones, here are some of the samples which were taken between these two devices, and you can clearly see that the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser is a better device out there, with much better color quality, sharpness, and overall clarity looks better on the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. The Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime or the Samsung Galaxy ON Next has a slightly better low light experience, but not by a major margin, but still we would say the overall experience is much better on the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. So that was the camera aspect. Now finally talking about the battery. So we have a 3300 mAh battery on the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime or the ON Next, while we have a 3000 mAh battery on the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. Now the battery performance is quite good on both these phones, and you can easily get through one day of usage on both these phones on normal usage. So battery isn't a major aspect or major worry aspect on these two phones, and does provide some decent experience. Now the feature of these two phones is the fingerprint scanner, where one is located on the rear panel while we have it on the front panel. Personally, we would like to use the fingerprint scanner on the rear panels, but again it's a personal choice whether you want it on the front panel or on the rear panel. And both the fingerprint scanners are quite good and does the job pretty well. Now finally talking about the overall experience using these two devices and the better device out there. So since we have compared all the aspects, now let's see the pricing. So it's 18,999 for the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser, which has an advantage that it has a better display, better camera, better performance, and also gaming experience. So that's the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. Now talking about the Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime or the ON Next, which is priced 18,700, and this phone has better software experience. The software and UI looks slightly better than the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser, and also Samsung's after sales service is better than the Asus. So both these devices are, we would say, are overpriced for the segment. 18,700 is not the best price for these two devices. The Asus Zenfone 3 Laser, although has 4GB RAM, it's using a processor which is not the mid-range processor. It's from the budget processor. It's 430, is not a mid-range processor. But again, Samsung's J7 Prime is overpriced because it lacks basic sensors like the ambient light sensor. So these are some of the issues with both these devices. But if you have to choose between these two devices, we would definitely go for the Asus Zenfone 3 Laser. But if you are looking for a phone priced below 20k, we don't suggest either of these devices. We would suggest better devices like the Lenovo Z2 Plus, or you can even consider the Asus Zenfone 3, which is slightly priced higher but offers better experience. So that's the detailed comparison of these two phones. Hope you liked this video. If you plan to buy either of these devices, we have the link available in the description of this video. You can check out from that our link, and that helps our channel. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Hope to see you in our next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.